Wait.
They did hear that because I did unmuted myself, unmuted you, and then did the top screen. So they managed to hear
Fool. You fool!
So I should have done top screen, unmuted me, unmuted you guys then.
I was going to wait till you said something and then said wait.
I was enjoying laying down, damn it.
Too bad.
Rufus's first thing is going to actually ask Red, did Tim's daughter do something to your axe?
No. No.
And I'm going to point out to everyone the wound.
Well, it's kind of harder to tell now from the entire, like, mutilation of the corpse.
Well, I was going to do that as we were getting ready to.
Like, as she's mutilating
Nokren's not there. Nokren's avoiding it, right?
Yeah, I'm avoiding it.
You'd just be showing me and Grits, and I know.
Red happily pointed
I'm going to kind of look at you like, huh? I thought only spirits did that.
Not only spirits. There are other cases. It's rare, and it's not very, standardized. It's not like we have a record of every single thing that does every single type of thing. That would be silly.
Yeah, that would be.
I mean, how would we ever compile such a thing, such a compendium?
Red
A manual of monstrosities.
And magic
Red
items.
looks at you.
Yeah.
Politician?
We should keep going, and we should mutilate these bodies as quickly as possible, but as efficiently as possible. And I'm so sorry to anyone who's squeamish about this stuff. Nokren, I'm so sorry. So sorry. But it's for our safety.
Grits is not a fan either. She's just like, I'll keep an eye out. I am not participating.
Sickening crunch and slice through flesh.
I play mutilate the bodies and go up a level.
I would if we got to go up a level. No.
Gee, aren't you all a little bit of munchkins?
Tim is digging in there with his small knife, just helping out, because he doesn't have any problem. He's done autopsies before.
I did this with a sheep once.
You've done a lot of things with sheep, sir.
Yeah, I mean, I've cut apart animals, but for me, this is for Nokren, this is different.
Well, what do you say we finish this up and then make a move so we can avoid getting caught?
So,
Yep.
Other than the nearby campsite, you can see that there is another campsite more from the, I guess it would be east-southeast right now is the one that you've passed by. There's one to the southeast that you identify as one you didn't see before, and one very far to the south that you can see signs of.
Any smoke from any of them?
The southeast one does also seem to have some smoke from it.
Okay.
You could head true south.
Continue along the edge.
I would rather continue. I would rather continue along the edge than cut in. Certainly.
Agreed.
Well, yes, but I mean, head towards the one that's true south.
I agree.
Roll me another round
Sounds
of stealth then.
These sweet stealth checks. Here we go.
Come on, sweet plus 7, actually do something for me.
I got over 7.
You did get over
Red's
7.
just been getting sneakier as time goes on.
I got another garbage one, guys.
No!
I'm invisible!
You kind of are. Alright, you will move to this campsite. This campsite seems a little different than the last one that you found that was kind of abandoned, but this same signs that it was also abandoned. It looks as though this one was cleared out recently. Like, the area around it was cleared out of, like, brush and stuff, as this one was being reclaimed.
It's worrying me that they're clearing out so many old camps.
I'm going to head towards the front of it and look at it.
Wait.
Staying stealthy.
The tent seems to have been cleaned out recently, too. As if it's prepared for somebody to opposite move in.
So nothing in it, though.
No.
With the spacing of the camps, what we've noticed so far,
They're fairly spread out, I would say, right now.
And is that like
these campsites that are established have things around them. They have like tents that are still in decent condition. Well, the one that had the body in it was a little beat up. This one is a little beat up, but it's still in relatively good condition. And like there's established like fire pits with stones and like areas to sit around them, you know, and things like that.
It's a permanent structure, right? It's essentially a light permanent structure. It is not a like building, but it is a structure that they intend to use over time.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there does look to be areas around them that probably other kind of campsites can be put into.
Temporary ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I'm wondering is, if this is actually set up for an attack, why would they have semi-permanent structures unless this is where they plan to have their staging ground?
Well,
I want to see if I can piece together where their locations are to see if I can determine whether or not they're setting up for a staging ground.
what if they're just semi-nomadic? We haven't been here long enough to see if there's any kind of seasons. Perhaps they're migrating for some sort of seasonal change that we don't know about.
It could very well be, but the way these camps are set up, spread out from each other, to me, it indicates more towards a hunting ground to me than anything else. But I just want to make sure that this isn't a location for...
Quick question,
Sure.
Matt.
Sure.
Have we noticed any significant differences between any of the camps in terms of any kind of marking or...
Ah, that's a good question. The tent that you fought the two adolescents in seems to be of a similar... three adolescents seems to be a similar tent style to the two abandoned ones.
But
Okay.
not to the circle one that we initially encountered the items with.
No,
And not compared to the Witch Doctor?
not at all. Not towards at least the one that you got a sight of with the two larger tents.
That
Because
just
I'm
could
wondering-
be since these have been abandoned, they've changed their architecture.
But I'm wondering if they're actually different tribes and this is a central meeting ground for several different types. And they're clearing out for different tribes to come in. Perhaps they have like...
Well,
a
other than
meeting.
Yoda Beast, did the adolescents look like the beasts we've seen before?
They looked similar to the adolescents you saw before. The thing about the adolescents is it seems as though they're training in both sword and bow. They've been trained in sword and bow. And whether or not there's any kind of specialization beyond that, you haven't seen.
Would a hunter normally be walking around with a sword then?
Like the one that you saw leading the surprise attack on you seemed to be more melee focused, I would say.
Orc have kid camp, then adult camp, and elder camp. Maybe same.
Could be. In terms of an elder structure, it could very well be the same.
Matt, question.
Sure.
How long have we been traveling around this area?
At least an hour, maybe two right now.
Okay, and it was what? How many hours in the woods?
Like, I'd say, like, it took you maybe, like, between a third to a half a day's travel. So, like, between, like, three and 4 hours.
So it's been about 6 hours.
Yes.
Do we want to discuss and possibly take a short rest in this tent and just keep an eye out for anything coming?
We could even take a long rest if we're so inclined.
Not
Just-
in this tent, I don't think.
Just thinking in game that, you know, if we've been traveling this much, we're probably going to start getting tired. This isn't there's no one here at the moment. They're not going to expect anyone inside the tent.
That's true. Yeah, and as long as we keep an eye out, we should get some indication that they're coming because we're in a corner, right?
No, we're
yes.
in the very.
No, you are in a corner.
Okay, so yeah,
Fair
so
enough.
that's actually
You
great.
have literally circled around to the like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've gone through the
Far
four
side, yeah.
corners basically.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I think
Yeah.
it's a good idea.
If nothing else, I like to eat, so
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
Uh,
I
could
wouldn't
go help
suggest
some
the
stuff.
fire.
Oh no, we have rations.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, I wouldn't suggest the fire.
No, I think if we're going to keep watch tonight, it'll be those who can see in the dark. If we stay that long. But what
Well,
time is
I'll-
Thought it didn't
Well,
get
there's
dark.
no
There is
it? It
no
doesn't
dark.
get dark. You're right. Tim is
I'm like,
still
wait.
so used to not it.
Keep
my
throwing
God,
up.
that is.
It's
That's
still
good.
bright out.
Yeah.
I think, like, genuinely, it just hit me that it's still bright out. I've been here
Yeah, no.
how long now?
Weeks. The thing is,
Oh
like,
my
you
goodness.
go underground when you're in places like the forests and the marshes.
There's
It gets
cover.
there's
dimmer.
cover. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I suppose it doesn't matter who keeps watch, so that's good. But it's all right.
Take first.
I mean, I will rest first so that I can take 4 hours on the end if we want to do a long rest, or if we want to do a short rest, I can.
I'm fine
I'll
with
take
you.
whenever.
What do you want to do then?
I think.
Do you want to do just a long, so then, at the very least, you guys who cast magic can be completely refreshed?
Tim is
I
the
think I was
only
the only
one
one
that's
who
cast
cast it.
spells. Yeah.
And I'm okay to do a short rest because I can do arcane recovery.
I used a
Oh.
rage, and a short rest won't help us if we have to
Yeah,
travel.
and I get my key points back
a
on
long
a short.
time again. We'll get
Yeah, I
exhaustion.
think doing a long rest, and then that means we can check the last edge of the camp, and then make a decision then in the morning.
So you said that we've gone around pretty close to all of the corners, just
Yeah.
one left. Okay.
You are in
Do
the
we have a-
last corner. You just haven't passed over the southern area of this zone.
Okay. So basically, the southern area is the only area we.
Yeah.
And that's the area where they're most likely
You
to
are.
be.
You
anyways,
do
but-
see like, of course, the tent I mentioned, which is now sort of to your northeastern, which is the new one that you kind of saw. But there is another directly to your east that you can see from here. Tent.
Now, Grits, you've been marking all of these tents on.
Best as I can. Yep.
You're
I wanna
pretty sure
study those
after
maps.
the eastern one, you might start looping around from like how you've kind of measured it out on the map. Because
Yeah.
you're pretty. Roll a cartography check, and I'll say how accurate it is. We'll see how accurate it is.
Okay. So that's history
I
with.
hope they're accurate.
Well, aren't you
I wanna
proficient in
get out of this
cartography? Aren't
instead.
you proficient in cartographer's tools?
Yeah, let me see.
So it's like intelligence proficiency. It would just be. I said.
Okay, same as a history check.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
+2. I'll probably roll. Yeah. I'm saying I'll probably roll garbage.
You did decent. You can judge that.
Intelligence isn't my skill, guys.
You're pretty sure you've seen most of the tents now. Unless there's like one that could be kind of towards the center that might not have been seen very easily.
Mhm.
So.
Okay. While
The
we're
one to the
resting-
east, do we see any smoke?
Let me check if it would have any smoke.
How
Just-
many tent grounds have we seen so far?
No, you don't see smoke from it. There appears to be 1,
Five?
2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's a total of 11 you've noticed. You've explored 4 now and been
Yeah.
near the 5th one and to kind of get a little bit of a view of it, which is the
That could
Witch
be
Doctor.
almost. With
And how many
spaces we-
are each type?
There was the 2 abandoned, the one that had the trophies, the one with the adolescents, the Witch Doctor one. Those are the ones you
No, I
explored.
meant the type as in structure-wise, that we noticed a difference in.
I mean, the structures are all very similar, so there isn't really like major differences between them. It's just a little bit of like sizes and like formats of how they're set up.
Okay.
Considering that they could have small tents set up next to, a low estimate is in the 200s if they fill this place out. So that's a lot.
If we are talking about an army, 200 is not that much.
That's yeah, that's a good
We
point.
have
200
walls.
that act like them.
200 that act
And-
like them, if we don't meet them in the fields, are nothing.
Yeah, that's a
If
good
we meet
point.
them in the
walls.
fields, we're dead. Without a doubt, we would
Depending
die.
on how many of them are like the one that was in the dungeon that could rip the chains out of the walls.
But we would have time, and we would have at least a good chance to kill a good chunk of them with arrows from the walls.
I
We'd
think
be
the
okay.
biggest problem is we need to look tomorrow, or we need to have a look for any sign of siege engines.
Yes, and that is what
Siege
I am.
anything.
What I want to know is, I actually, and Matt, I want to know how well I'd be able to do this with the map that Fritz has made. I want to determine if they are setting up particular, like, battle structures. If they are looking at, like, organizing themselves into essentially a, basically what I'm trying to describe this as best I can without going into, like, actual
Building
like,
battlements.
Yeah.
You do not see any signs currently,
Okay.
but you have not, like, there's a lot of, like, the central area where it seems like there's a lot of them that you haven't checked out at all.
Mostly
Can
what
I
I'm
do-
wondering as well is if there is space for them to do that, and if that's why they're clearing it out for this, right?
Can I
The
do
kind
a
of
check-
space they would have here, they could probably build a battlement around this, like some kind of, like, primitive walls or something, very easily.
Can I do a check to sort of look, to sort of remember where we've been? If there's any sign of large amounts of building, like any large amounts of trees cut down, or more so than just like average camp sort of stuff.
Like for resource.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because a lot of siege weapons are built on site.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Sure. Just roll me a general intelligence.
Hey, not too bad.
It doesn't look as if there's anything like siege related being prepared now, just from the way that they've doing a lot of things. It seems as though if there is something being organized, it is very early on in it.
Okay.
You like, this would be the kind of time that, it seems as if new areas are being cleared out. If this
Yeah.
is for a war effort, this is probably because these are semi-permanent structures, maybe this area could be used for whatever other reason, and it might be turned into a war camp instead of just a normal camp area.
I was gonna say also, I don't think there's signs of it being currently a war area, considering they had a whole camp dedicated to trophies.
Yeah.
Depends what kind of war they're waging.
Yeah, I don't see them as the types that would take that down, even in that situation. If anything, that would be a place to
The
motivate.
thing is, like, there was definitely whatever primitive religion they have, very high connotations of it. Because, as I said, each of those things seemed almost shrine-like over the center of the
Right.
tents.
I
Like,
don't
they
see
were
them taking that
dedicated all these to whatever they worship.
down. Okay. Well,
I'm still wondering if we're kind of needing like a council or something that comes together. Because they're semi-permanent structures. It means they've been used probably before.
any
But
ideas
there's
of-
also something where our castle was before.
Pardon me?
Sorry.
No, that's okay. Anyone have any ideas or how we could possibly attempt contact that's not hostile in any way, shape, or form?
We've had no contact that has been
Exactly.
hostile.
Okay.
The only circumstance under which that would be likely to occur is not the one we are in now.
I agree.
I
But
think-
this is almost talking for future sense. Like, is there anything we can help set up now by any way, shape, or leaving something in the forest, leaving any way of showing non-hostility? But I mean, it's not like
I'd say the only chance we'd have if we wanted to try to talk to someone here might be the witch doctor, who seems to be by himself.
That's what I was thinking.
yeah, that's not a it's not a horrific idea. It's not necessarily a good idea, but I
Yes,
agree that
speak
it's smart.
with them. We can't understand their language. We can't.
Yeah, we need. I think
speak
that's the
to them.
first step.
Can't
We know
you?
we can't understand most of them,
I
but
can
we don't know if we can't
understand.
understand that one.
I can't
We haven't
speak.
actually tried.
If he is different, there is a possibility that we might be able to find some way to communicate.
And if not, we have to kill another one and make it look like another animal ripped through his camp.
Or we leave, we flee, and all he knows is that someone came, tried to talk to him, and then left.
Kill, win-win. Not work, kill, win-win.
Or
As much as I
knock
would
out
rather
and
leave
take-
someone alive, we really want to bring a magic wielder, which we can probably assume he is, based on the structure that you described, or at least attempts to be. We don't want to necessarily bring someone like that into our fortifications. I understand that it would be horrible to kill this person,
Yeah.
and I do say person. As far as we've seen, they've created structures, they've created settlements, they've created intelligent cohesion, however savage they might be. But that doesn't mean that we can risk getting caught, nor does it mean that we can risk
That's true.
anything here. If we wish to talk with him, or attempt to, then fine. But if he can't understand us, and we can't understand him any better than I can do with my spell, then I think we have no choice. But we're going to need to make it look better than the last one. More practice now. At least that's good.
we could also take him and do it elsewhere.
Maybe before we go in there, if we could have some kind of like flashcards with symbols that would indicate what we're trying to do, instead of doing it on the spot, have something like, you know, a peace symbol. I don't know, something that would be more universally understood than just walking in like, hey.
We'd have to
I'm
figure
your
out how
buddy.
to make something look to represent peace when we don't know anything about that.
I have an idea.
Walk in, drop weapon.
I imagine that's not a bad idea. I mean, in worst case, we have to pick them back up again.
Well, that's, I'm saying, yes, that's good for the initial,
We need
but
the
as far
cards
as
as
the
well, yeah.
communication as well, like further communication,
Agreed.
you know.
Tim is
Something
going
we
to
can
hold
point
his
to.
hand out and just cast a minor illusion
Oh, I mean, that works.
and just say, I mean, I can shape this how we like it.
Okay. So you can make more like images that would show like them and us getting along, or you know,
Shaking hands, perhaps.
shaking
Cog,
hands.
mwah,
Yeah.
mwah.
No, we don't want to mate
Precisely.
with it.
Maybe
Well-
Rufus.
There's still
Maybe.
time.
prepare, like, mentally prepare one where we're hunting together.
I can do that.
Okay.
I think that might be a good idea as well.
It's a little bit more complex than I usually make, but I can perhaps make a series of images.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like, just a couple of ideas. And with that, I guess Nokren's setting up first to watch, so he's gonna
Okay,
start to sort
um,
around and sit down.
You will
near the edge
have
of the tent.
a relatively uneventful long rest. Whoever was on watch, give me a perception checks.
I believe
I
it
was,
So I
was-
would've been
I was going to take
first.
second.
So it's Nokren, then Rufus, then I.
Okay.
Sure.
Oh
We'll have
no,
to
I don't
take a
see a
full-
damn thing.
No,
No,
Well,
you don't see a damn thing. We don't see a damn thing.
Gotcha.
That
I don't
is
see
some
anything 'cause
bad
I'm-
Nothing approaches the campsite that you're in. That's very easy to notice, but you're not sure if any kind of movement around the other campsites. You will. You have a pretty good view of the one where the youths were at. You didn't notice anything with that one. At least there, you figure there might have been a commotion if someone showed up. So it doesn't look like within this time anybody showed up there.
We do have a time limit as well.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that someone won't show up there. Just you got lucky and no one did as of right now.
Do we want to head to the east then?
Do we want to head to the witch doctor's camp, or do we want to head to the east?
The east is on the direction to the east.
Yeah.
But I mean, what I mean is, do we want to
Like-
avoid him altogether, or do we want to do this?
I think we should eventually try,
Yeah.
as long as we don't see anything alarming.
My
Yep.
point is, do we want to scout out more before we do, in case we have to leave swiftly?
Yeah, no, I say we're going east. That'll clear out the edge. We'll investigate the camp on the way, and then
The only thing
The
we
last
haven't
thing
seen
to
is the
do-
middle, but there's lots of people.
I don't see us getting to the middle without a fight.
We have seen people, or we have not seen people.
You see signs of them.
Signs of people.
We,
Like
yeah,
fire,
but we have
like
not
smoke.
actually seen any.
Yeah, it's true.
No.
There could be 3 guys there getting
Yeah, no,
things ready.
we've seen enough to suggest that there's a small amount, not enough for an army per se yet, but
But maybe
there-
a small hunting party.
Yeah. I think that is, if we investigate the last couple of tents on the south side, I think
Sure.
that is enough intel for now.
I think that's reasonable.
Okay.
So to the east.
New day. I'm just gonna put this up here just so we're clear about this.
Okay, all right.
Nokren,
Yes.
why no chop chop?
Because these people don't appear to have control of their rage.
No. Camp, why you
Oh.
no help? You not done before?
Not to people.
Oh. Me had to.
And I'm sorry.
Not good, friend.
Still, it's never good. I imagine never pleasant.
I live.
fair.
Crocodiles, lots. He got hurt, not live. Needed distraction.
That's fair.
Ugh.
It's not. No, I've lived in the wild. I understand, but that's fair. That's smart. Well done.
All right. The rest of you stealth
Red
checks
smart.
then? Question mark.
It's smart for him.
Stealth checks, sure.
Oh, stealth time.
Yep.
Watch me roll a 1.
It's a new day,
Watch
time
me
to
roll
reset.
a fucking 20.
Too bad
It's
it's
a new day. It's time
disadvantage.
to reset my luck on Redstone.
Holy shit!
Called it.
I think this is the
So,
highest stealth I've ever
all-
rolled.
The best stealths are all 13s.
Okay. This campsite seems to be well maintained, but currently not in any kind of use. There doesn't seem to be anything of like significance, but there's like a bunch of rocks arranged in a strange representation here, with kinds of markings and drawings on them.
Can I understand them?
Give me an intelligence check.
Just straight intelligence?
Yes, just straight intelligence.
While he's doing that, Nokren's gonna actually
Fuck
start.
right off.
You're like you're not sure about them at all.
Nokren's
Are
gonna
they-
start
are they
by
language?
drawing them.
They're not really in a language. They seem to be representing something.
I'm gonna look at him too, just because, you know, I'm familiar with.
Use can't.
Yeah. So I'm like, maybe it's some kind of secret code or something.
Okay, yeah, that's
I'll
good.
look at it that way.
Nokren, meanwhile, is drawing the area.
Yeah.
Red
Drawing the
only
symbols.
understands symbols, not
Well,
written language.
actually, Red, go ahead and roll.
Oh,
Holy shit.
better than
I'm
you
napping.
fucks.
So,
I'm
Tim
just
thinks it's a
drawing,
language
I'm not
is the
trying
thing.
to understand.
Like,
Yeah.
Tim is trying to translate.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Red is just like, oh, not
Uh,
language. You get little bit.
it does seem to be representing something, but you're not quite sure, Red. It seems to be, it's like you're almost telling what it is, but there's something like a little off about it. Like your brain just doesn't quite like hit it. But it's like you're like so close, and you realize you're so close, kind of thing.
If I see anyone looking confused, I'm just saying.
Well, the others are just like, I don't know, and then Red's like, like you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've drawn all the symbols down and how they're arranged.
If you're drawing symbols down,
words.
go ahead and like roll check too, because you can.
Okay,
it.
what check?
Just an intelligence.
intelligence?
Just an intelligence.
Picture, not word.
Fucking hell.
Okay. Yeah,
Hold on.
none of you. Good.
How did
My drawings are
Red
terrible.
get the highest intelligence?
I don't know.
I rolled a nat 1. Like, I can't.
You want to try this, Grits? This has been really sad.
Sure, after I'm done writing all my math,
Yeah.
I'll walk over and look.
I rolled
Probably
a 4.
fail.
They're looking
Look
really.
at my notebook and be like, what the fuck is that?
Oh my god.
Why are we so bad at this?
You're very bad at this.
What happened is
Can-
while we were sleeping, Red
Can I
sat down intelligence.
Can I write
What?
down the symbols in my book?
With
I've
Sure.
already done.
with
Yeah.
Red figuring out that it's not a language, it's symbols he just can't understand. Can he like get that across to Tim?
Roll a d20 for me, please. Just roll a d20, and we'll see how this goes.
Now you're gonna roll high.
Nope.
Or not. We're
Tim,
doing so bad.
roll me a d20.
Get a 20, get a 20, get a 20. Oh my god!
All right.
Almost.
Okay, I will give you that you've somehow understood what Red is trying to tell you. Somewhere along the
we're
way,
getting a bond.
We've got a bit of a mental thing going here.
you're
We're
not
friends.
you're not quite sure how you understood him, as that was the worst trying to explain this.
Yeah,
If
Nokren's
I-
just like watching back and forth like, what the...
If you want to roll again, as if you may have had advantage earlier, but your earlier roll was the terrible one, go ahead.
There's no way I could be using investigation instead of intelligence, is there? It's literally just the difference of whether or not I have
the
proficiency.
thing, not the
The
thing you
investigation
think that-
probably won't help with what the information you're trying to discern from this is.
So straight intelligence.
Yes.
you should think the thing, not the thing you think.
All right.
I
Excellent.
hit the DC right on the
You
nose.
hit the DC, which
Yeah.
Red almost got.
Jeez.
All right. So between Red's like grunting and pointing it out, you begin to understand what like everything here represents. You begin to understand.
stupidly to understand it.
That's the problem.
Like the markings, the drawings, the symbols that are written around. You begin to understand this place seems to be some kind of transition place, and kind of looking at what you've seen before, you begin to realize that it looks as though perhaps this is a transition place for someone adulthood. But there seems to be two paths of adulthood.
Oh.
Maybe there's a warrior path and a shaman path.
Potentially. Are those the two paths? Like, can I discern that from that? I know I rolled a fucking 12, but like,
I'll say the paths that you don't get a fooling, but it looks as though neither seem to be like magic related.
okay. So right now they're currently holding bows and swords at this point.
Mhm.
Are they essentially being trained as swordsmen or as bowmen?
That
Can I
probably
discern
that
that?
seems more likely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So they're relatively, so they're either infantry or archers. So, knowing that they have those two paths, that changes my interpretation of how they would do battle a little bit, because I don't know that they would use siege weapon then. They might do more of a ladder type structure, like do a type of thing to get them up the wall, or battering rams into doors.
I would count that as a siege.
Or siege
I agree.
tower.
It's a siege tower is what I'm getting at. Like I don't think that they would build, but we haven't seen them build any kind of mechanics yet, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think a ladder's the most possible.
We can assume that you tell us this stuff.
Yeah.
This is me telling you this
Okay.
right
Yeah,
now.
this
This
is-
is me telling you
Yeah,
this.
this
I believe
area seems to be
Red
of
holds
some
up a
kind
hand
of
for high
ceremonial significance to the transition.
Okay. So that to me says that a hunt is likely how they transition to adulthood.
That's what
Those
we want.
kids failed.
Yeah.
Yes, they. Well, I mean, I think it's probably succeed or die.
Yeah.
They're not hunting small game, whether
That
that's
might
humans
explain why we ran into the pack that we did.
it very likely would. So, we don't necessarily know if they are setting up for an attack, but at this point, they have not yet set up for an attack.
That's what I'm thinking.
Shaman, elder, maybe.
Maybe.
Could be.
So
Maybe he's in charge of them going into adulthood.
The ceremony.
Ritual. Yeah.
Is
10.
his tent closer to any tent, like closer or remarkably far away, or that
it's
sort of compared to this
it's
one?
the same distance from this one. There's one set of tent in between, like that's quite actually literally in between where the shaman's tent
Oh,
is here.
okay, yeah.
The one that was originally to the west of the shaman's tent. It's still in between you two right now.
Okay.
And we see smoke there.
That one did indeed have smoke. Yes.
Do we risk it?
I think we should try to talk to him still.
Yeah.
Because here's my thought. If they are just doing some kind of ritual, we can make it clear that we won't attack them during their ritual, like as kind of a sign, like the first step towards peace.
We don't know what their ritual is.
We
It's gonna
don't.
be very hard to interpret that, and if I'm using illusions to create images, now he may be a magic user, he may not be a magic user. Using the illusions may cause him to get very angry. Especially if he is doing a ritual that is non-magical.
And
Maybe.
considering what we've seen of these people, the ritual could be some kind of sacrifice or some kind of battle.
Tent.
Red. Oh, okay.
Trophy. That. Proof. Yeah. You show proof. Adult.
Yeah. I think that's the idea.
But
So-
Like,
That, yes. And that
Yeah.
that is likely what they take, and then the ritual may occur after that, if there is a ritual. We're not saying that there is. We don't know. We don't know enough about their culture.
But they might take the opportunity of us being in camp as a way to go, hey, if we can prove ourselves against these people.
But if we go against the one guy, that might not be.
yeah, if they do that, the adults would likely stay out of it.
elder, best shot.
Agreed.
I'm very hesitant, but I will
Oh, I am as
follow
well.
I will follow your leads on this.
Okay, so you're going straight to the witch doctor's place.
Sneaking there.
Okay,
Yep.
roll your stuff then.
We have to stealth past the other one. This is gonna be bad. Can I keep my stealth roll from last time?
I think I'm
Oh.
pretty stealthy this
Yeah.
time.
Mm-hmm.
I am a
Here we
ghost.
go. Wow! Not
Not
too bad.
bad.
Not bad. Better than grits.
Oh no!
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Well.
shit.
Okay. So how are you approaching the situation?
We
What
try
situation?
to get there
We just go to the
silently.
camp.
Are we at the witch doctor
You're
camp?
heading to the witch doctor camp. You've moved around to it.
I don't have any weapons out.
Mhm.
Obviously, don't really. I've got my book out,
Mhm.
but I have my weapon clearly visible. It's
Mhm.
my quarterstaff that's on my back.
Mhm.
It's very clearly. I'm gonna take the lead because we're saying that I'm communicating with this. Before we approach, I'm going to I'm hoping we have enough time. If not, I'm gonna ritual cast comprehend languages.
You should have enough time if you
Yeah, we can wait.
You can wait.
I-
10 minutes.
I am going to stay this time away and hide somewhere close.
I want Nokren with me.
I was about to say, I'm going to put my weapon away, only have my shield. Like, that's the only thing. And just walk just a little bit behind him, but close enough that I can get him.
I want Nokren and Red with me. Grits and Rufus, if you can keep an eye on the perimeter.
Like I said, I'm going to hide and keep out of sight.
I'll stay a little bit
show
back.
my hands, even with the shield on, like, mounted on the hand. I'm showing my hands as I walk up with you.
Make sure your trophy's visible.
Yeah, no, I've got my trophy visible.
Yeah.
So, you're like bringing trophies and kind of keeping your hands out is kind of what you're doing?
Yeah.
Well, not
showing,
me. Yeah.
Red would be carrying his great axe, but when we got up to them and stopped, he would. Well, I don't know
stab the
if
end
we
into
get
the
that far.
ground if you can.
Actually,
I don't know how far we get.
Yeah.
All right. You'll move.
I'm holding my spell book. In my
You're
left
moving
hand,
up
just
to. You're moving up to the campsite. Since you're not being stealthy now. Kind of moving out of the tent will be the kind of. I got best described the small witch doctor / shaman character that Rufus saw before. You can see that like they're covered in like he's wearing an elaborate mask of bone and wood, and he's covered himself in small like bone fetishes and stuff that seem to be hanging from like tufts of fur where they've been matted together.
Okay.
It's kind of hard to tell what his actual age is. He walks with a quarterstaff too, though. Behind him, kind of popping out, is another short one, but this one seems like dressed in kind of like more warrior-like. It's got a short sword kind of drawn and kind of hisses and as in like to defend this one.
Are they speaking at all?
The one that's kind of like the shaman one will kind of hold up a hand, go, wait. Kind of like it'll look inquisitively like at kind of the way you're doing, because like Red will put his axe in the ground. The rest of them are kind of like holding stuff up in. What are you doing in particular?
This is a risk. I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion.
You could understand him.
I can understand him, but I can't speak to him.
Mm-hmm.
Comprehend
you
language
could
doesn't
speak.
allow me to speak.
You could try to speak back.
I can. I'm going to while I'm casting the Minor Illusion. And this is a small illusion. This is the size of just about a box above my hand.
And what are you showing?
It is an image of just a hunt. It is a very clearly an orc with a great axe slaying a beast with a mane. I'm just improvising a beast I've seen with a mane. And then the illusion is going to transfer into a Dragonborn with a great sword, slashing into a creature. I don't know what that spine is from, so I'm really just choosing a beast that is terrifying to me.
Yeah.
Maybe one of the not a mantis, because they wouldn't have a spine. Maybe one of the creatures we've seen. What are the? I'm trying to remember how to even describe the beast.
Yeah.
Were
that
there
we've seen in the
elks?
grass. Yeah, it was like an elk type beast, right? One of those, and show him killing that, and then I'm gonna let the illusion fade, and in common, I'm gonna say, "What languages do you speak, if any?"
It's not going to respond in any language you say. The one that was next to it that's of similar size but seems to be some kind of warrior will say in their language, will say something which might be a name, but it's kind of hard to understand because it doesn't seem to translate into your spell. And then afterwards, so it's language, shaman. They do not seem invaders. Why do we hesitate?
Nokren, hands down, look weak.
Bring
So-
the shaman pulled up hands. They will not run far. Bring the Warbringers. They will want to know that invaders have come to our place.
In common, since they didn't seem to understand that, I'm going to say they just said that they're bringing the warriors. We need to kill them quickly. and we need to kill them without making much more. And Tim is going to cast another spell. He's going to start off with another minor with his hands.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's going to cast Scorching Ray on the
The
warrior.
second that he casts something that isn't a minor illusion,
Mm-hmm.
Nokren is bolting forwards, like
Oh
full
yeah,
speed.
Red 2 just leans down, grabs Zach's.
And
Yeah,
I'm
pretty much.
casting all 3 Scorching Rays at the warrior. Just to be clear about this while we're...
I assume initiative now? Well, he
Uh,
does that?
It'll be initiative then when he does that. He'll get the.
As soon as I
surprise.
see him do that, I'm also going to start.
Okay,
Writing out.
so let's hear. Well, let me see. I'll
Yes!
So,
Holy
Oh,
shit.
nice.
2 hits for 10 on
Oh.
the one. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were ready. Red
Yeah.
Valley were ready.
We
Yeah.
fucking in this.
That's
Nokren.
why I wanted you guys there, because I am a squishy mage, and I had a feeling that was going to go
Mhm.
poorly.
It was worth a shot. It was worth a shot. It
We
didn't
tried.
work.
We
We
tried.
learned something. We learned war.
Oh, that's a lot
Did
more
we
than...
just roll initiative in order, basically?
No, you'll
Pretty
see.
much.
You'll see the warrior seemingly almost like after the damage, seemingly like kind of like hold himself back.
Oh, right. These rolls.
Yeah.
Fair.
Mm-hmm.
But we as a group just rolled initiative in order.
In order, yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, no,
Hey, we
it
did.
was
We
worth
totally
a shot. We learned something though. We learned Warbringer.
Okay,
Yeah,
let
that is
me
important.
roll now for
That is
initiative for
very
them.
important.
That is.
And we learned Invader.
Yeah.
That's the other thing.
Yeah, this is their homeland. They are bringing war. This is... Yeah.
We are invaders. So.
Or we've
Bro,
been here long
we're
enough to pull an
invading
America and say, this is our land.
I like
Colonials
once-
is the term.
I
Yeah,
don't, I don't
they
know
could
this
be
in
colonials.
character now. Once we talk about them later on.
Okay, so let me check the initiative here. So
I'm really hoping the shaman got the
red-
17.
you are first. Mm-hmm.
Come here, shaman.
Oh, you're going for the shaman. Oh, boy.
Oh, of course. Red
Yeah,
Nose
not surprised.
Red Nose elders do spooky shit.
Yeah, okay. Fair.
I forgot to do that with advantage, so when there,
Uh-huh.
I keep. All right, the first one.
Yes. Okay.
18 damage, 24 to hit. I hope that hits.
Yes.
Otherwise,
Okay.
we could be in a bit of trouble.
Let me roll something here. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Okay. All right. Let's see.
By the way, Winter, you rolled 5 for all 3 scorching rays on damage.
I did. Yep, 5 damage
Yep.
on
Five,
every
five,
single
five.
one.
And one
Yep.
didn't hit though.
One did not hit.
No.
The 14 did not hit.
Yeah.
Did he have a shield, Matt?
Let me see. He doesn't have a shield, no.
Okay, just a
Ooh,
short
okay.
sword.
Yeah.
Cool.
He does
And I
seem to
assume we're
also.
not playing
He
the-
does have a short bow, like strapped on his back.
And I
Okay.
assume we're not doing the Delric first turn. If you get a crit, you get double action.
No.
I think.
It's worth a shot. You
It's
know,
an interesting.
I like
It's
to
an
ask.
interesting.
I
It's
like
an
to ask.
interesting rule, but
To be fair, it goes the other way too. If you crit fail on your initiative, you do lose your turn. So.
yes.
Yeah.
I call it
All
your
right.
action.
Action. Yes. Sorry.
Okay, let me check something here. 'Cause, something's happening. Okay.
Gathered that.
It's a party.
Yeah, sparks have flown down from the sky. Let's party.
I thought the sparks flew out of your hand.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, they definitely did.
So the three of you that are forward, make a strength saving throw.
Uh-oh.
I do it with advantage.
Oh my god, really?
Okay.
2. I rolled a 2.
I rolled a 19.
Damn!
What up, everybody?
Okay.
Damn!
So, you will see him first, kind of, make this kind of like whistling noise.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
And then, with a hand, wave out as vines burst from the ground
Is it
Oh, fuck.
and like cover over Nokren, tying him up. You can't seem to move yourself. You're anchored. Red, you and Tim managed to like kind of like avoid a lot of them.
Tim
Okay,
beats
magic.
them back
I
with
have
his
magic.
bare hands.
Yes.
No, you just hit one. You just hit one of the vines with your staff. Bad
No.
vine. Bad.
Docker's gonna turn around and go, magic.
Oh yeah, really?
Nah, that's natural here.
Okay. Then we. Oops. I clicked on that. I didn't want to click on that, and that probably messed with the cameras for a second.
Oop.
Yep, it did.
Can I correct it?
Oh no, oh no.
I don't know. Our foreheads are all beautiful.
That's weird. Okay.
And now it's nothing.
Yeah. I don't know what happened here with Discord.
Ah. Well, our lower parts of our face, or upper parts of our face, are beautiful, and now black.
Okay, great.
And I see my hair.
This is weird. This is weird what just happened.
I have a nose.
I like clicked on Discord accidentally and it like redid everything somewhat. I don't know why. It like moved everything down on the screen. All right. Why don't I just figure out who's going next in initiative to do their thing, so
whose
then
turn
I
is
can
it?
try to fix this then, because yay! It'd be Nokren's.
Okay,
You
so
are
do I get a
currently
chance to try and
restrained.
rip out?
You can make another. Let me check here. On your turn as an action, you can make a strength check.
That's what I will do. Oh, strength check, not saving throw?
Yeah, strength
Isn't
check.
it the?
There,
it
I
the
said.
same? I don't have proficiency, so is it the same?
It would be the same then if you don't have proficiency.
Yeah.
Okay, then 19.
I
Yeah,
fixed.
You'll
I fixed mine. I am now a little creature.
Oh,
you'll
So
break out.
that's
Then.
my action.
That's your
So I've
action.
ripped out. I'm gonna lock eyes with the warrior one. You're gonna see a flare or something, and then that's my bonus action of Hunter's Mark.
Uh-huh.
So there's a flare of energy, and then I'm just gonna bolt straight for him to get engaged with him, and just hi.
Difficult terrain, so I don't know how far away they are.
Oh, would I? Is it still?
They were
difficult
only a few
terrain?
feet
Yeah,
away. Weren't
As
they?
long as the
How
spell's in
far?
effect, it's difficult terrain.
Okay,
How
well,
far
would I
away
be able to get close enough?
is the question.
10
I,
feet,
I,
maybe?
I was sprinting up with red, so 10 feet.
You can probably make it to him with the difficult
Okay,
terrain.
good.
Okay.
I'll ride up with him, high, and Hunter's marked on him, so I'm dead set on. That's my turn. I can't do anything else.
Okay. Next up is Tim. Let me just wait. Let me
Okay.
check his initiative. Yep. So Tim goes next. Yep.
Okay, so trying to.
I fixed it.
I think-
Yay.
Yay!
Yay!
I am going to cast Witch Bolt on the Shaman.
Good idea.
18 to hit
Okay.
with 8 lightning damage.
That hit, right?
And you're
Yes.
locked on.
Okay. Then he's locked.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
And loaded.
And ready to roll.
Ready for the zap, zap, zap.
Zippity zap zap zap.
He's ready for some shock treatment.
Oh yeah.
Who's up now?
Next up after that is Grits.
Yay! Am I within 35 feet?
Probably not. If you guys were hiding back, you're probably about like 60 feet away.
Of course.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Mhm.
I
You guys made
mean,
me
you're
stay
fast.
back.
You're
You
super
could-
fast.
First.
you could run up and dart.
What is the range of a dart?
We all know
it's
how good
20
you dart.
feet though, and I came with 35.
It would be 55
So it'd be a
feet total.
disadvantage.
Key bonus action
Oh,
dash.
right.
Throwing out options. I've played monks.
That's true. I forgot about that.
Look, Red is a second-hand monk, so he, you know, he's just shouting at you. Use
I
your
No, you know what?
key!
I will just run up and I will chuck a dart at the shaman. It will be at disadvantage. But I will do
No.
Saving key.
Okay.
Will, I'd be more helpful to you, but I've never played wizard.
I'm getting the hang of it. I actually really like Wizard so far.
it. Of course I do. Fucking nerd for me.
Who are you throwing it at?
That's
The shaman.
okay.
I said it was at the shaman.
I didn't hear you. I was just checking.
You and your
Yeah.
darts, like holy shit.
All right.
Yeah.
So next up
So
is, of course,
whip a dart.
it would be the warrior's turn.
Tantus,
Yes.
did you roll your concentration
Oh,
for the witch bolt and the dart?
let me see here. That and that.
Well, I think he failed on the first one.
That and that. Okay.
Does he have Warcaster though? That's the thing.
Okay.
He may have advantage on saving throws.
True.
But he also might have just raged.
And he also
I mean-
wouldn't.
If he does that, surely he'd drop a concentration.
Yes, you can't keep a concentration while raging.
No. The concentration will be dropped though. So.
Yay!
Okay, I am going to. Let's see here. Let's roll one, and roll. Let's see what else would be nearby. Let's check some things here.
Nearby, I think is warrior, me, and Tesh.
And that one. Okay, great.
Well, it's the warrior's turn.
The warrior will
Oh, yeah.
scream some kind of like guttural
Oh, fuck.
roar. And
Oh.
then it's just gonna
Uh.
lay into you, Tesh.
Just
Bye,
like,
Nokren.
that
He
was
mad.
loud. Yeah, that was
mad.
loud.
The
as
issue
fuck.
is the noise. The issue is
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Yeah.
Let's see here. What was your AC? You're very tanky.
20.
So he might not hit you. Okay. Your shield kind of blocks his sword as he kind of just pounds into it with a kind of like with like a natural kind of anger. Rufus, what are you doing?
You said they're 60 feet away?
Yes.
Yep.
I will dash and then use my regular movement,
Mhm.
and I will rapier sneak the warrior.
Okay.
Wait. Dash
I
does,
get dash as a free action, as a bonus
Yeah,
action.
Bonus.
but your movement's
Bonus
only
action.
25.
Oh wait, yeah,
So-
that's only 50.
50,
That's only
yeah.
50.
Yeah, you're right. Shoot.
That's why I'm like, I can math. I swear I can math. I know I
Nope.
can math.
Well, then it'll be a short bow sneak.
Yeah, this is. And this
I
is
can't
why
get
I
up to
hate
that.
playing races with tiny legs.
That's why I went monk.
Yep.
Yeah, oh no.
Damn.
Okay. Your shot will kind of fly off and miss.
Yeah.
Kind of bursting out of the woods behind Tim is a like wolf, and and you'll see the shaman point at it and point at Tim and go, "Kill."
Oh no. Oh, no.
First of all, behind us, 'cause we
Yeah.
were coming
Yeah.
up from the south,
Mhm.
which map-wise,
He
It's a wolf.
he has an
It's a
ability that he can
wonderful
summon an animal, and he summoned.
I
a wolf.
understand that. I'm thinking it wouldn't be behind me; it would be in front of me, wouldn't it?
No, because you came up more from like the south,
Yes.
and the south.
So if it's coming out of the woods,
that's
the woods are
farther
to the
south.
north.
The
No,
woods are to the south of us still. We're on the
I
southern
Oh,
border.
southern-eastern corner.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
this is why maps for everyone are.
This is I would. Yeah.
Mhm. Wolf's gonna move up and try to bite you. What's your AC?
15 right now. Yeah, it hits.
Ooh.
Which is gonna wreck my witch bolt. Okay.
Can't you shield?
I mean, I can, but that'll break my concentration on it anyways.
Oh, okay.
Is shield
that's
concentration?
No, it's not concentration.
Witch bolt is concentration.
Yeah, but
But
shield
shield
isn't.
The
isn't.
shield,
But shield
breaks
isn't, so you could
concentration.
shield.
Yeah, you should be able
Okay,
to shield.
sure. Yeah, why not? Let's cast a spell.
Yeah, it's instantaneous. It's not a.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
reaction. It's a reaction.
So you have a 20 AC, so that'll well maybe
Unless it's got a +4, which it might.
It
But
has a
I'm-
+4.
Oh my god.
You'll take 6 damage from the wolf bite and make a strength save.
Oh my god.
trying to trip them.
It's gonna try and drag me.
You will not be knocked prone. It's got your leg and like mauling it. You're like, oh
It
god.
said -6.
Yeah, 6. And
Yeah.
make a concentration check then, I guess.
Pardon, sir? Oh, Constitution save.
Yeah, concentration.
Concentration.
Which is
A con check.
Yeah,
no,
you
not
make
constitution.
Constitution.
It's your spell casting ability.
Oh, which is intelligence. Saving?
It's not a saving throw either.
Just a regular.
No, I thought it was.
I thought it was a saving.
I
But
thought
it
it
was
was
always Constitution.
I also
Yeah.
thought it was always
Constitution is
Why I'm
older
Hang on.
editions.
confused.
Hold on, and I'm looking it up right now.
Everybody just tell me what
Oh,
to
it is
do.
a
but
Constitution
not
saving
all-
throw of DC of 10 or half the damage you take, whichever is higher. So it'd be 10.
So it's
10.
10.
Concentrate.
So Constitution saving throw.
Yes,
Yes.
that's right.
Well, I think I
You
saved.
got it.
You save. You're like, witch bolt, as it's like ripping at your leg. You're like, bad doggy! Bad doggy!
Bad
Okay.
doggy. Bad doggy.
Red.
Are we
Uh,
slowly turning evil?
So, without
Oh.
without any kind of Red didn't see the wolf come, Red didn't hear anything, but he immediately turns as soon as Tim's bit and charges the wolf
Okay.
and
Uh,
attacks it.
the shaman will try to hit you with his quarterstaff, because of course he will. He's a jerk. Nope.
He
Well-
he does have advantage.
Oh, that's right, he's advantage.
I always reckless attack.
What's your
Ah!
what's your AC anyway? Let me see what he's got.
15.
Plus.
I
No, he
doubt
does not
Shaman
have
has plus 5
5.
to a
No, he
con
does not. He's like,
So yeah, Red just instantly turns and charges at the wolf.
Okay. That
Dang,
solves my
under
issue,
the
'cause I was
lightning
like,
that's being shot out
"Oh,
of my
that would be
fingers.
Awesome. Just like
Yeah.
underneath. Holy fuck.
It's a lot of dice.
And I rolled horrible to hit
you
and
missed.
my damage.
You missed the wolf. You're just like, as the wolf is just like, is it still like it like ducks a little bit while trying to pull at like Tim? So Tim's like, I'm still balanced.
Yeah, I missed because I had to not hit 10.
Yeah.
Okay, Shaman's going to do something. He's gonna cast
Oh,
another
no.
spell, probably.
He's still being electrocuted.
He is.
You cast grounding. No.
Let's see here.
Nokren is technically near them both now, right?
I'm right next to them. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see here.
I unfortunately have to get rid of the one I'm currently
which one he wants
aimed
to
at
do.
before I can switch to the other one, really. If I want to get my... Oh, I have ideas. I have ideas.
Nokren, make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, I can do that.
Can you?
Nope. No, I can't do
Okay,
that.
you
I
see...
believe I can stay.
Oh, okay. Also... Red and, I'm sorry, it's a lot larger of an area. It's an actual area. Red and Tim also make me the saving throws.
Oh, fuck.
Is it
Dexterity?
Yes.
a magical effect?
It is technically a magical effect.
Oh, no.
Okay. Can I see it?
Yes. You can see on
Okay,
your
then
side.
I have advantage.
You do.
Good thing you had advantage.
Okay, so Red is the only one affected, which it wouldn't have mattered. He reckless attacks. He cast Fairy Fire. You're out. The Nokren and Tim, you are outlined. Anything that attacks you has advantage against you.
Are any of them in the effect?
The wolf might be. The wolf probably.
Yeah, the wolf would need to save.
Yeah.
What about the dude in front of me?
Presently.
The wolf.
Oh, the wolf saves. Of course he does.
And actually, wouldn't the warrior be also? The warrior's also in the.
He can. He makes it's an area of 20 foot. He can
He's
put it.
by
he's
the
starting
shaman.
it at me.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
He was putting it that he could get all of you in it.
And if you guys go into it, you will also have to make a save.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. Yep.
I'm a little busy right now, being grabbed by a wolf, shooting lightning out of my fingers. I'm a little bit distracted.
Yeah, you made him lose the previous concentration, so he's putting a new one on for people to murder him. Anyway, Nokren, you're glowing.
Yeah, I am glowing.
What
I'm
new
going
power
to-
is this?
I'm going to bonus action Divine Favor.
Mm-hmm.
So now all of my hits do the Divine Favor. Have I put that on here? No, it's D4, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yes, it's
your
D4.
attacks deal an extra
Okay,
1d4.
and then I'm gonna bring everything down on the warrior.
Okay.
Oh
Tesh,
my god! Fucking.
Tesh,
What?
Hunter's Mark is a concentration.
Oh, it is. Okay, then I wouldn't have done that. I forgot that that's concentration.
All right, so
I
you'll
forgot,
kind of he'll kind of nimbly like hop back a little bit. Seems like
yeah.
he's very dexterous, and his smaller size makes him very hard to hit.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't realize that was concentration. I forgot everything's concentration.
Yes,
Yep.
that's what sucks
Paladin.
about being a paladin.
You got to figure out which
that. I
one
would
you
not
want
have
to do.
done that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would have kept Hunter's Mark, and I unfortunately missed.
Alright.
And that's all I'm gonna do.
What does
Okay.
Hunter's Mark do again?
I get extra damage on hit.
Okay.
It's like Hex as a
Yeah,
warlock.
Okay.
Tim.
Well, I mean, I'm locked into Witch's Bolt right now.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, just fucking hit him again.
very much.
Okay.
Yeah, but he does have to make another
He does.
concentration saving.
Concentration.
It's still good because it does that.
Fuck.
Dang it.
Rip.
Mm.
I'm about to get wailed on.
Gretchen.
I'm gonna try to move up
Crits.
behind the
Crits.
wolf without going into the area
Uh-huh.
and start wailing on the wolf.
That is
'cause
easy.
I
The
was-
wolf is at the edge of the area, so you can definitely get
That's what I
there.
was hoping.
Mhm.
And
All right, so short sword. Bing.
you rolled with disadvantage.
Did I?
Yeah, the
Oh.
first roll was a nat 20.
The first roll was a
Was
nat
it
20.
really?
Yes, it
Yeah.
was.
Look at the first roll.
We do usually do that.
Sure.
We do usually
So,
do that.
Roll
Roll
another
D8.
D6.
D6. Oh, it's not a D8.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah,
let's
it's a
do-
D. D.
Fair enough.
And D6.
Do you get plus
damage.
2
Okay.
on that as well?
No, you
No.
weren't chewing it.
No.
Okay.
You all
just
so
ask.
you get a good hit on the wolf. It's still up.
2 key point to do 2 more hits.
Okay.
2 unarmed strikes at it. Bam. Oh, shoot. Oh, okay, it's at normal again. Sorry. And then another one. Kabam.
All right.
Hey.
You short sword and then punch the wolf a couple of times in its gut, and you just see it kind of go, let go of Tim, and then kind of fall over to its side,
Good.
Okay, I can go back to the shaman now.
Yeah. Good.
Okay.
Good.
That's it. That's all I'm doing on my turn.
Let's see here.
Wait, should you have had advantage on those attacks
All right.
because it was in the fairy fire?
No,
I
it's
mean,
safe.
No, it saved.
Okay.
It saved.
Oh, it's saved. That's right. Yeah.
So
But it's nat 20.
the little guy will get a good slice in on you, Nokren, and
It's
do
still
11
outlaw-
damage. It'll find a
Damn,
place
okay.
in between your armor and just shove the short sword in there, pulling it out, and then flicking the blood off as it kind of just is almost it's moving around, hopping around, kind of trying to keep for you from getting a good hit on it. Rufus, what are you doing?
He's a nimble one.
Is anyone next to the shaman right now?
No.
Nokren.
Oh no, Nokren. Well, Nokren's technically next to the warrior.
They're
fighting the
not.
warrior.
They're
Are they
not
directly next to
They're like right
they
next
next
to
to
each
each
other. They're
other?
like right next to each other, pretty much.
So Nokren is
then I would be next to
technically
Bo.
So he is
in
threatening
the area.
the wizard, the shaman too. Then
Sure.
I'm going to move up
I
behind
want
the
to
shaman
push
then,
myself in between them.
Yeah.
and I'm going to sneak rapier him.
Okay.
That's a lot of dice.
Yeah.
That's a lot of
Okay.
damage.
He'll fall down dead.
Yes.
Not surprising. 21 damage.
Yeah. Red.
Then I run to the warrior instead.
You look back, you hear a slosh, and go, oh.
Okay.
Oof.
Man, even with advantage, I just can't hit shit.
I can't hit him either.
Nokren.
Nimble. Yep. That's hit the thing. Whack-a-mole. Whack-a-mole.
You will hit.
Okay. When I hit,
Just
I will
absorb in that bad luck. I got it, guys.
I will pump divine smite into this thing.
You also get your
Alright.
extra 1d4. Oh wait.
No,
No,
he didn't do that.
no.
So you'll
I
get-
do.
He
I
does
do
get the
a
extra
one-
D6.
I do get the D6. So
Yep,
I've
the
actually
hunter's mark.
done the thing, so it should do damage. There we go. Sweet.
All right. You like the distraction from like Red running up and then stressing at it. You like manage to bring your sword down and like just slash into its like the shoulder, as it kind of like stumbles for a second. Like surprised you managed to actually hit it, and it just then slumps down.
Got it. Finally.
I got this one.
I got the
Good
wolf.
work, everybody.
I'm gonna quickly
We
look
should,
inside the tent. Anyone else in there?
No. It appears to be like inside the tent is some kind of like the small shrines you saw at the center of the trophies is nothing compared to like this is an actual like religious shrine.
Okay, I'm gonna do a very, very quick perception just to see if there's anything of interest in there.
Okay.
While you're doing that, I'm going to be dragging the imprint the wolf's teeth into the two savage ones.
Okay.
I immediately
Start
just
making
pick
it look
up
like
both of
they
them.
were attacked by a wolf.
Okay.
Oh, I did not mean to roll perception.
Okay.
Or with advantage.
I
I'm
want to
actually gonna-
search the wizard's money.
Oh, Red, you were just rolling a perception. What was your first one then?
7. Not great.
Okay. What were you looking around for?
Anything shiny.
Okay.
I'm searching the shaman's body.
Okay. The shaman has like a quarterstaff, short bow, a couple of their like poor gold pieces.
Ooh, how many arrows does he have?
Oh no, I'm
I-
sorry. He. Okay, I'm sorry. That was the wrong one. That was
Oh.
the warrior. He has a sling in his quarterstaff, a couple of gold pieces. He also appears to have some vials on him.
I will grab them.
Okay.
Pass me the quarterstaff as well. I'm just going to take a look at it, but I'm literally just going to throw it in my bag.
No, he has.
Like,
he
it
has
may just be-
just so you guys
I'm
know,
grabbing the sling too, because who knows, it may be enchanted with something.
yeah, no, the second that like you guys have had a little bit of a look, I've looked and I'm grabbing both
now
bodies
you
and
hear
bolting.
a scream.
Yeah, no,
As you
that's what I
see,
was-
now you can see, kind of moving in from the center, is a pair of massive ones of these things. These are nasty.
Warbringer.
As you saw those warriors before and you thought they were large, these are larger. They're nearly
Drop.
a foot taller. These things seem like covered in thick hair and muscles. Massive fetishes that seem to be made out of like the skulls of things they've killed, including you can see like humanoid skulls and things like that.
Are there bushes, trees, that type of thing in between us and them?
No.
Is there grass in between us and them?
Not really, no. That's like pretty cleared out area in between
so
them.
they see us. Like
They
there's
were
no doubt
coming-
About that.
They were
100%.
yes.
That's not what I'm asking.
They're also flanked by two
Burn.
warriors.
Oh fuck.
Mhm.
So We're booking it.
I'm casting a firebolt on anything flammable in between us, and as much stuff in between us and them as possible. I'm just burning it with firebolt, and we're bolting.
Okay.
Red does grab the mask off the shaman.
Okay.
And picks up Rufus.
All right.
Pulling the bodies aside and just legging it.
Yeah.
And away we go.
Okay, so it's going to be a chase. Give me all Constitution saves, those of you who are running.
Oh, I can't use athletics.
Oh boy, Nokren, carry me! Nokren, take the wheel!
Oh god, Nokren, take the wheel!
Nokren!
Can I do it? I want to do
Okay.
Okay.
Nokren already has a shit ton of armor. You get grits, I'll carry the two scrawny ones, it'll even out.
Yeah. Okay, let's do this.
Are you saying I'm dense?
You're a dwarf.
Alright,
Yes.
So it looks as though, like, everybody then roll me, those of you that are still running, roll me athletics, and those of you who are carrying people, basically the two that are running, give me athletics with disadvantage.
Oh,
So wait. No one is still running because Red is carrying both me and Ruth. And
Nokren's carrying grips.
Nokren
Nokren
and Red.
and Red.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
just
we're out of
Nokren
this
and Red.
roll.
Oh, you're out of
You
it.
have to toss me.
Ah, here we go.
That was with
disadvantage.
advantage.
That was with
disadvantage.
advantage. You need to roll with disadvantage.
Oh.
So just do it again.
My bad. I kissed the wrong one. I'm so sad. I'll take it.
Hey!
Okay.
Nice.
Oh.
It's not terrible.
This,
All right.
this is when
God.
strength comes in.
The warriors seem to start falling behind very quickly. It seems as though they are fast. Both of them seem to be faster than you naturally, but it seems as though like you guys are still managing to sort of like run ahead.
They're sprinters, we're runners.
It seems as though like they were probably not maybe fully prepared or something for this, or like maybe they had been up on watch or something, so they're already tired. The large
And
ones
put their cleats on.
are
You
like
see-
sticking up with you and looking very angry and mean. They seem almost single-minded in murdering you until effectively the warriors keep yelling stuff at them, which you can't quite hear, and eventually though they seem to start slowing down and just sort of watching you, the pair of them.
Oh, God.
As then
The
they'll
key
just going to
surviving.
Oh, yeah. 100%. That's the Warbringers.
Oh yeah.
they'll just
I'm gonna-
scream like this almost ritualistic scream together.
I'm gonna yell.
You can, What?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, my
Okay.
illusion.
Don't worry about it. It's literally, I'm literally just putting up a wall in between us and them.
It's like, walk.
See, the key to surviving in a swamp is not to outrun the first alligators you see, but to outrun every alligator in the swamp.
No, it's to outrun your party because.
Yeah.
Once we're far enough away
Hey.
from them, I'm going to say to the group, I suggest we don't go straight to the castle.
No, because they'll know where, but they know where we came from.
No,
They
they
already
know
know.
where we came
They know where
They're
the
gonna know.
invaders. They knew we were invaders as soon as we talked. That's
They could have just meant that we were invading that
like-
area.
Oh,
could've.
Red, you and Nokren, as more like melee focused, could tell they were battle hardened. They were covered in scars. It's like they had the look of that they just wanted to maim and destroy you.
Okay. Keep running? I would not stop. I would keep running.
They look like mom on bad day.
okay. In that case, I understand why you think we shouldn't go back to the castle right away. We're going to need to camp anyways. We can't run back there in one day. We need to get as far as we possibly can, and then we need to camp.
Can we get to the
Cleverly.
forest?
We need to camp cleverly.
To the other forest.
I like how you guys are talking like Red still isn't running, carrying your asses.
Oh no!
Yeah, we're both run. Like I'm holding grits out of running.
I'm holding that scarf on my neck. I'm like,
I'm underarm, I assume, at this point. And
Oh
like,
yeah, both of you are underarmed.
And I'm just like turning to Nokren and Grits. So I think what we need to do.
Oh yeah, I'm just pointing out that it's not gonna be smooth talking to Mark. So what I think we need to do.
Yeah.
Tim
Because
is
he's not
actually
being
surprisingly used to talking while bouncing. Don't worry about it. He's actually got it covered. Yeah.
Oh, no.
So don't worry about it. He's actually pretty good at that. So he's gonna be saying, we need to make sure we get it somewhere safe as we possibly can. Once we rest and once we make sure we're not still being followed, then we can determine whether or not we're going back to the castle right away or not.
quick question, Matt.
Yes.
How far is the forest that likes us away from where we currently are?
A couple of days?
Couple of days.
And how far is the castle?
Also a couple of days?
That's what I was thinking. Why don't we
Like a
head towards the
triangle.
forest at least?
Yeah. It is kind
If
of like a
nothing else, we
triangle.
can seek refuge in there.
I don't.
We need to
I
find a
also.
tree.
Yeah, we need to find somewhere to hide.
By the
Holy
way,
fuck.
did we see any mantis nests around while we were running?
Not really,
No,
no.
I'm not looking.
Tim was looking.
I
Tim
was
was
looking.
looking.
Roll with
Tim and
a
Rufus
perception
are-
with disadvantage if you're looking, because you're
Sure.
like under someone's arm as they're running, so you're bouncing like up and down constantly.
Tim's pretty good at this, though. Like, he's
I-
pretty good at bouncing.
Through a forest, you guys are about bush height. I'm sorry about your eyes.
No.
I mean,
It's pretty decent,
Not
but
bad.
no,
I wouldn't have been
no,
looking.
still no. Okay.
no. You're pretty
So,
sure you actually
I'm trying to
ran
hold
by a
grits
giant
high enough to
mantis
get Matt.
that was quite confused about people just running by it.
Okay.
Hey, Nokren, do me a favor.
What? Yeah.
Roll a regular Constitution save.
Oh, that's right. That's disadvantage. Roll that. Or
It
do we
was
want to
11
take the?
plus.
The first one would have been the 5 still.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Well,
Nokren will be
Uh,
tiring out though too. First, probably
Yeah.
then.
so I mean, if you, I mean,
This is just a big dick contest. All he's seeing is how
Exactly.
long Red is gonna last.
Like,
oh,
That's
no,
all
Red
it
would,
is.
Red would.
it's just like when we started out arm wrestling. Like,
Yeah. Oh, no, Red would 100% last longer. I am not you just like running this long. Like this is fear running right now. Like I'm not running out of like necessity. I'm running out of fear because those things scare me.
Red is survival running.
Yeah, that sort of thing. Yeah, just nope, fucking go.
Let's find somewhere to camp, please.
Yeah. So let's we find a
Okay,
tree and go up.
You look.
Okay. Can
Still running.
Can I find somewhere for us to camp? I'm gonna try and clamber onto Red's back rather than being under his
I
arms.
was about to say I would actually put grits on like my back and say, "Can you
Yay!
look?"
on your backpack.
Yeah.
I mean,
Can-
give me if you're looking for a place that's more like hidden.
Safe.
Give me a survival check to notice some place like that. I guess then.
Is it with disadvantage because we're bouncing around?
Well, you're up on shoulders now.
I'll
so-
give you.
you're up on my
I'll give you
shoulders.
just a normal survival then.
All right, I'll look as well.
Oh shoot.
I don't
I
see
mean,
shit.
That wasn't too
Oh no,
bad.
Rufus, you're still at disadvantage. You're still under my arm.
I only have
Rufus.
one set of shoulders.
You still rolled the best though.
Yeah, you still rolled the best though. So Rufus, you notice what you think is a small area of like a little cluster of trees that looks like one of them is partially hollowed out.
I will point that out.
It might be a place that you can kind of
Yeah.
like hide in
Sudden
between.
turn.
Yeah. You have
There's,
to hold
there's a
on,
lot of
just fucking
underbrush
turn.
around there, so it's easy. Like it's like you've got a couple of trees nearby. You can kind of like hide in the middle of them, kind of thing.
I'll hide inside it.
Okay.
Let's,
well, I assume this is where we set up. Like, we do it in here.
Set up your hunting traps.
Yeah, I would set up my hunting traps at like entrances between the tree stuff.
Red is doing some stretches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Knocker will just collapse on the.
All right.
I'm
we'll-
gonna take first watch just so we know.
We are going to leave off here, but I'm going to tell you kind of
Yeah.
what happens over your rest for a bit. How long are you resting? Or is it just a short or a long one at this point in time?
I think it
think
should only be a short.
To
we
be
have
honest
to do
with
a
you,
long.
we have to.
we
Otherwise,
have
we'll
to
be
do a long-
exhausted and we'll be traveling a lot slower.
We just did a long rest.
You also
Yeah,
just
yeah.
did
we
like
also
we did.
you just did
sprinted,
like a
in the
couple
bathroom.
mile sprint. 2 of you did.
I know, but you don't get benefit from a long rest if you take them too close together anyways.
Yes.
True. So it
So-
might as well just be a short.
Yeah.
A short, that way we can book it again.
It doesn't bother me to do a short.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, let's do that.
You will still
I'm thinking more practicality of booking
after
it.
like towards about the end of your rest as you're kind of sitting there, you will hear kind of echoing through the forest the sound of a horn.
Sorry, the sound of a what?
A horde?
A horn.
A horn.
Oh, a horde.
That's
I thought it did
Horn.
sound like you said horde.
Yeah, horn. No, it's just
Gondor, close parade!
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna...
Yeah. It's just like
Yeah,
one long horn, and then there's another from another direction,
Red.
and another from another direction, and
Red
it keeps going
is
on for a
like-
little while.
Wrapping up Tim's leg. From the
Okay.
front.
Okay. No, I'm just gonna flat up. How much health have you, Tim?
I'm good now. I'm at 18
Oh,
out of
okay.
20. I'm good. I'm good. And I'm gonna
Well,
cast
18
Healing
out of
Recovery
20?
as well.
18 out of 20. I'm gonna use lay on hands for 2 health, and we're just gonna
Sure.
we're gonna go. We're gonna go right now.
I am
Whoa.
using Arcane Recovery as well, and I'm gonna clear
Mhm.
2 spell slots just so Matt knows for next time.
I still have 37.
37 what? Hit points?
Yeah, a max.
Yeah, I didn't take any damage either, so.
Nope.
I'm
a
at
beefy
21
bitch.
because I never took damage.
I don't need
How
to
are you?
carry you grits now, so
No.
you're gonna run faster than me. So
But
you're
we
gonna...
shall leave it off here.
Yeah.
In
we'll leave it there,
panic!
but yeah.
In panic.
Oh, much panic.
Mhm.
Like
Towards a
that was like-
castle.
Yeah, we're going to the castle. We are
Oh.
not diverting.
Castle panic.
Okay.
I'm imagining like when I see you just like bandaging his wound, and I hear that horn. I'm just like, lay on hands, we're going.
Get up, let's go.
All right, so why don't we kind of go around and give our kind of goodbyes, who you are, where people can find you, and that kind of thing, as we leave it off at this interesting point.
Oh god. Okay.
Tesh, we'll start with you as usual.
Hi, I'm Tesh of the Tesh Shoe on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. You can find me here on Thursdays. You can find me at is actually Ollie Rant. Is that
Twitch.tv/Ollie Rant, and that's Sunday, Monday.
Yeah, that's
Like, Sundays for us, and then
Sundays
Monday
for America. Monday.
You're in the future.
And soon to be more, but in the future. But that's where you can find me now. And yeah,
Cool.
And yeah.
Rachel.
Trying to be fast.
Hey, I'm Rachel. You can find me on my channel usually on it's Jade Vala, but I also tomorrow night I'm gonna be doing a special game on the D&D Raw podcast channel. We're playing a special 5th edition game to promote Dark Matter by Mage Hand Press. So we'll be doing that tomorrow, and then Saturday I'm actually going to be on the Beauty Gamers TV channel doing the podcast for the day. So I will be there. That's 4 to 6 Eastern time on Saturday, and tomorrow night is 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern time on the D&D Raw. But otherwise, Jade Val is where you'll normally find me.
Cool. Jew.
I will be here Saturday
Yes.
on this channel to
Yep.
do discussing tabletop,
Yep.
and most likely tabletop on Sunday.
Tiv.
Hi, I'm Tiv, or Tavalik, pretty much everywhere. And, let's see. I'm here on Thursdays, over at Worms on Sundays, and in a couple weeks, maybe 1 week, we will find out. Wednesdays, I'm gonna be with Tantis, Tesh, Winter, and Mads, but she's not here, for a Stars Without Number game,
Yep.
which is... God, Tantis needs to change his name.
Absolutely true.
It's true. I know. I just haven't done it. I have placeholder name now.
Please figure it out.
Winter.
You can find me over on twitch.tv/WinterBear Games. I'm real close to affiliate, so if you haven't followed already, please do. because I'm getting real close to that, and that is very exciting for me. Tomorrow I'm actually going to be guest starring, I guess, on twitch.tv/Delric for the Eberron game. So if you haven't checked that out, you should, because it's really good, and I'm going to be there for 3 Fridays. And then on Sunday, as Tesh said, at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, it is the Yarvaskir game, which is Ollie's homebrew D&D 5e world, which is really cool and awesome. We just did the first one last week. That's already up on his channel at youtube.com/OllieRant. So you can watch the VOD back there. It's split up nicely into 4 parts so that it's very easy to watch, where basically cool stuff is already happening. It's very exciting, so you can check that out. Then Mondays is Siege with Tesh, Tiv, Tantus,
Yes.
and occasionally another guest, which we occasionally have slashes, we occasionally have other people, and occasionally we have randoms. So, yeah.
It's almost like the 4 of us are hanging out a lot.
It's
Yes.
almost like that. It's
Yeah,
almost like
yeah.
that.
It's almost like
And
that.
then, yeah, Tuesday is my usual, but I haven't for the last while. Sick, but that actually is going to be starting up again soon. I've said that like every week, but that's fine.
Mhm.
And then Wednesday starts with that number starting soon.
Soon, TM.
And of course, I am the DM, Tantus Dracovin. You can find me here daily. Tomorrow morning is Darkest Dungeon. Yay!
Woo!
If you didn't miss, I've started playing Hat in Time, and that was wonderful this morning. It's adorable. It's adorable. It's a hard platformer too, but it's adorable. I'll be back tomorrow evening for Arc. Discussing tabletop on Saturdays. Expect a couple of new role-playing games coming up. I've been working on them, organizing players, so I'll have some announcements soon. That's a good thing to say to everybody. And of course, we'll be back next Thursday, where we'll see if they have any problems returning to the castle and where this leads them for now.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
it's
will.
really bad.
Don't
Now that
worry.
they-
How many
What?
miles am I going to have to carry these scrawny bitches?
And
whoa.
I
I
would
am not
walk
scrawny.
500
I
miles.
don't
Doing
care.
faster than we can.
Listen, I don't carry you. Nokren does.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
true.
I'm talking about the
Just as
scrawny
long
bitches.
as Red
Scrawny
will
bitches.
carry
I don't
me
have to
most of
carry
the
her.
way, I'll walk 500
Oh.
more. Da-da-da-da.
So, all right,
Or
everybody.
maybe unbuckle your pants while you're riding.
Okay, I'll leave you.
He'll trip and drop you.
Red doesn't wear pants.
Mhm.
True, actually.
Did he fail his pants check?
Yes.
Okay.
We are
Alright,
running
everyone.
around with a naked orc.
Yes, that's true. Probably. Anyway, all right, everyone.
It's quite possible some days.
See you later. Before
Goodbye.
this gets weirder.